And hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session, as well as the start of our Fall Dam Week. We are so excited to take you through 3 days of best practices, customer stories, product updates, and much, much more. To start us off, I am so thrilled to take you through some of the findings from our 2025 Dam Trends Report. If anyone is familiar with the report or you've downloaded it for the last couple of years, you'll notice a change with this year's report. This year really took a deep dive and focused in on discovering the larger impact that DAM is having on organizations and really what it's enabling them to achieve at like a greater business sense. With this in mind, today's session will have 2 core focuses. The first is to really arm you with meaningful statistics and insights that you need to showcase DAM as a must-have solution. This is whether you're looking to buy a DAM now, or if you have one and perhaps kind of around renewal time, you may need to defend that purchase. We'll cover 3 major wins that customers are seeing with their DAM, and then dive deeper into the stats and possible reasons why. Next, we'll be looking to inspire you with the ways that top users are really maximizing the use of their DAM and seeing big impact. Specifically, we'll be sharing the insights about how users from the survey that are achieving really fast DAM ROI are standing out and the things that they did to achieve that quick ROI. I hope that you find today's session really helpful and that it leaves you feeling inspired about the possibilities of your DAM, as well as empowered to really talk about the value of DAM to your stakeholders. All right, let's start with our first topic, which is uncovering how a DAM is helping teams to really drive efficiencies and achieve better business outcomes. It's doing so in 3 key ways. It's saving time and money, it's enabling better outcomes, and it's improving brand security. Let's dive into each of those in a little bit more detail. One of the most noticeable insights from the 2025 DAM Trends Report is that organizations are truly feeling the impact of a DAM on their bottom line, both in actual dollars saved as well as time efficiency. In fact, 60% of organizations using a DAM said that it's saving them money. This is something that we're noticing is really top of mind for both those looking for a DAM as well as those that already have one. Organizations as a whole are just becoming much more stringent in evaluating their budgets and really looking for those areas to cut unnecessary costs. So when it comes time to prove the ROI of a DAM, having savings in terms of dollars and cents can be critical. So where are organizations seeing these money savings? There are 2 significant areas that were reported in the report. One of the most common areas people are seeing budget savings is from really consolidating as well as replacing more expensive software. This makes total sense given a lot of people will make a shift to a DAM when they're just noticing, their existing solution is getting more expensive, and they're also noticing that it isn't scaling with them and it isn't growing as they grow. The most common solutions that we see getting replaced are, less sophisticated file management solutions, file transfer subscriptions, as well as transcription products or services. These savings are also coming with just the reduced storage costs for moving over to a DAM. So, with more traditional file management solutions, you'll have to add the file in multiple times. So you're getting copies across different folders. Whereas with a DAM, you really only upload the file one time, and then you're able to reference it to a number of categories. So if you have a 20 gigabyte file, you upload that file once, and then it's only 20 gigabytes of your storage. The other area where people are seeing savings is with really minimizing asset recreation. A common pain point that many will feel, especially if you're working across different departments, is that there's really a lack of visibility into what those other departments are doing and what's been created or what's been purchased. This can often lead to duplicated efforts. So whether it's an unnecessary photo shoot, additional purchases, having to recreate things with new creative efforts, the DAM really helps to mitigate this, ensuring that there's really open visibility into asset discoverability, and that way assets can be reused and repurposed. In addition to those budget savings, organizations are also showcasing the value of their DAM through time savings. Taking it one step further, we do have many organizations that are also tracking those hours and then really aligning it with their salary or their wage so that they can translate those time savings into those real dollars and cents. Survey respondents shared how many hours they were saving per week across asset-related activities, and it added up to an average of 13.5 hours per week saved. This is covering things like asset recreation or duplication, sharing or distributing their assets, and then searching for assets. These savings are ultimately leading to a 79% of DAM users experiencing improved efficiencies. While many can really feel that impact of a dam in their day-to-day work, some are able to actually express the areas where they're feeling those improvements within the dam trends report. One of the most noted improvements was, really as expected, and that is the increase in self-serve access to assets. When comparing a dam to other solutions that really provide more open access to assets, the three major improvements that people will feel with a dam are better permissions, better search features, as well as more metadata options. Organizations that use these three features in tandem are able to really better ensure that individuals can find what they need in seconds, but then also feel really confident that it's approved for use in their specific area of work. Another area where teams are seeing efficiencies is with reduced net new asset creation. Many organizations are using their dam to, store creative templates, as well as just leveraging their previous campaigns or previous assets as kind of a baseline to start a new campaign, rather than having to start from scratch over and over again. There's also those that use in-app templating, and with that, they just have simpler workflows, really allowing end users to create those new assets, and then it's taking that burden off of the marketing and creative teams. A fifth of organizations also noted better automation of repetitive tasks with a dam. This can take shape in many different forms. It's something that will be a little bit unique to each organization, but we'll usually see organizations feeling benefits through leveraging AI, pin searches, and collections to really better leverage and distribute their assets faster. All right, let me share a quick customer story around that, and that is with Naomi Pelkey, who is the digital media producer at the University of Windsor, and really share how the dam enabled her team to work more efficiently. So before implementing a dam, Naomi's team was spending up to 25 hours a week managing asset requests, so really sifting through their terabytes of data and then sending the file over Dropbox. It was a really inefficient and time-consuming process for her team. After moving to a dam, that time dropped to less than 5 hours per week. So the system was really allowing self-serve access assets to 30 to 40 different users. And then since this initial conversation, they've further expanded. One thing that Naomi did was she really leveraged those potential time savings as a way to get her dam project pushed through. So her and one of her colleagues spent a week specifically tracking how many hours they were spending on these asset-related activities. And they found that it did add up to that 25 hours per week. With this information available, they were able to make a stronger case for why a dam was critical to the team. All right, the next key theme that was identified in the 2025 Dam Trends Report this year is that dam is enabling better project outcomes. When asked if a dam has enabled organizations to allocate time or resources to more impactful tasks, an astounding 3/4 said yes. What's clear is that users are better leveraging their dam to open up space for that more strategic and impactful work. So where are organizations allocating these efforts? Let's talk about the top 3 from the report. First, the majority of teams are increasing collaboration with other departments. This is allowing for better idea sharing and better collaboration, resulting in stronger campaigns and better brand alignment. This room for collaboration is critical, especially for something like the marketing team. Marketing isn't just about, creating eye-catching, flashy campaigns. It's really about ensuring that your messaging across touchpoints is consistent and that you're continually building on brand trust. By working closely with other teams like sales and customer support, marketing is able to gain that valuable insight that really helps the team to better understand their user base. This collaboration also ensures that every touchpoint, whether it's an email, social media post, a customer call, is always reinforcing the same message. Second, 62% of respondents are able to spend more time creating additional content, really meeting the increasing demand. In today's fast-paced digital world, there is a growing need for more content more often. But even more important is ensuring that that content still remains high quality. A dam is working double time in the sense that it's opening up more space for that really creative content creation, and it's also powering it with high quality assets to ensure it's always on brand, looks great. Finally, over a third of respondents shared that they're able to increase time on more strategic planning and analysis. As we've seen in these last 2 points, teams today are incredibly busy, and it's so easy to just get tied up in that day-to-day work. But really having that time for further strategic thinking and work and analysis really allows you to kind of see the bigger picture, really align better with organizational goals. And a dam is providing space for just that. All right, let's talk about what this looks like in the end, the outcomes that are actually being achieved by these teams. Starting with the most obvious one on this chart, and that is faster project deployment. A full 100% of respondents to the DAM survey reported that using a DAM significantly speeds up their project timelines. With everything organized into one central place, teams can really quickly find and access the assets they need, whether it's images, videos, documents, or more. There's no more digging through emails or having to ask someone to find the asset for them. This efficiency means that projects get off of the ground faster, as teams are more focused on their high impact tasks rather than just hunting down materials. Next, we have better brand recognition at 60% of respondents. When all of your brand assets are stored and managed consistently, it becomes much easier to ensure that every piece of content is on brand. A DAM allows teams to pull assets quickly and know that they're approved for any campaign element, and this really ensures that everything looks cohesive. Over time, this consistency really strengthens your audience's perception of your brand. Moving on to the next group, at 40% of respondents reported achievements in both better campaign analysis, increased web traffic, and wider audience reach. A DAM system better allows teams to track how assets are performing, really helping to give insights into what's working and what's not. This leads to more data-driven decision-making and better campaign analysis. Additionally, just more efficient asset management ensures that teams can push out more content, which naturally helps drive that increase in web traffic and broadens your audience reach. All right, here's another customer story from a few years ago, and it was with Basecamp Franchising. And they were really able to, improve efficiencies during a time when I think we can all agree was quite challenging. So during the pandemic, Amy's team from Basecamp was facing a 90% staff reduction, but they still need to manage the creation and distribution of over 4,000 assets to more than 200 franchisees. Fortunately, they had just implemented a DAM back in 2019, which they quickly learned was going to be critical to their success. Despite the staffing challenges, the DAM really enabled the team to take what would normally take 3/4 of a year to complete, and they were able to finish it in just a few months, really helping them to meet those critical deadlines. The DAM also allowed the team to create and distribute branded assets such as store signs and reopening kits within hours. This is something that would have been impossible under their previous system. So the DAM not only helped them really develop their campaign assets, it also improved the relationship between marketing and franchisees with easier, faster access to those assets. All right, the final key finding from the report is that a DAM improves brand security. Brand protection has never been more important, and DAMs are playing an increasingly critical role in really securing assets against that unauthorized use. Speaking broadly, organizations do tend to have a higher trust for DAMs to provide that top-level security, and looking at the features, it's easy to see why. First are the granular permissions that are enabled through the DAM, really ensuring that only authorized users have access to specific assets. This level of control not only strengthens security, but it also helps to maintain that brand consistency across all departments. By limiting who can view or use certain materials, organizations can prevent that unauthorized use or even accidental misuse. Next is single sign-on, which really just helps to simplify the management of permissions while maintaining those high levels of security. With single sign-on, users can have one single sign-on where they have one set of credentials, which really reduces the need to manage additional logins while keeping your digital assets protected. There's also compliance management. So there's robust encryption standards, as well as certifications like SOC 2 and ISO 27001, which are really critical for ensuring data security, especially among enterprise organizations. DAM systems that are offering those levels of compliance really demonstrate their commitment to meeting the highest industry benchmarks, as well as provide organizations with really more sensitive data, that protection that they really need. Finally are the audit trails, which help to provide, transparent and detailed logs of who accessed, who modified, who checked out an asset, which really makes it an essential tool for compliance and accountability. This level of oversight is crucial for just maintaining control over assets and ensuring that everyone is following established guidelines. An overwhelming 95% of DAM users stated that they're happy with the security features that they have protecting their content, which really just shows how well these platforms are meeting user expectations for keeping assets safe and secure. In today's world where data breaches and cyber threats are always a worry, a DAM is doing a great job of giving users peace of mind. Taking it one step further, all of the organizations surveyed that were using single sign-on reported stronger brand consistency. With SSO, not only is security enhanced, but it also helps to streamline user access to on-brand content across the board, really reinforcing, again, that brand integrity. Together, these stats paint a pretty clear picture. Security is becoming more and more important for those looking for a DAM, and DAM systems are doing a great job at providing a secure and user-friendly environment that helps organizations to better protect their brand and their assets. Jones Healthcare Group is one customer that enhanced collaboration while also securing digital assets within their DAM. As a long-standing leader in pharmaceutical packaging and healthcare, who deals with sensitive information from major brands like Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson, top asset security features were critical to Jones Healthcare. And while they don't handle protected patient information, safeguarding the intellectual property and the brand assets of those global brands was really a top priority for them. One feature that was critical was single sign-on, so that employees could use their existing Office 365 credentials for seamless access to their DAM. This not only reduced their need to remember multiple passwords and the IT side of it, it also enhanced security by ensuring only authorized personnel could access specific assets. It made the user experience smoother, and it also minimized the risk of security breaches. Maintaining a high level of security is essential for Jones Healthcare to remain compliant with their industry standards and uphold its reputation as a trusted partner. Their DAM's robust security protocols, including encryption and access controls, really provided that peace of mind by protecting their assets. All right, over the past year, the number of organizations that quickly achieve ROI is increasing. In our 2024 report, around 34% of respondents stated that they had achieved ROI in under 6 months. Fast forward to now, and 43% achieved ROI within the same period. And while the respondents who achieved ROI quickly came from many different industries, many different company sizes, there were some commonalities among respondents who are seeing the most success with their DAM fast. The first is integrating their DAM with their top productivity tools. Most often, this is a project management solution, so something like a Rike, but we're also seeing the increased adoption of in-app templating as well. Integrating both a project management tool and a templating solution with your DAM can transform the way that your teams work, delivering powerful results across collaboration, efficiency, and brand consistency. First, project management integrations are allowing organizations to really streamline their workflows, enabling teams to manage both tasks as well as access their assets within a single solution. By eliminating the need to switch between the two systems, teams save time, reduce bottlenecks, and speed up their project execution. For new DAM users, this can also really help with increasing adoption. So someone may not even have to learn a new platform and have to go into the DAM. They can just work directly out of their project management solution that they're already familiar with. When a templating solution is added into the mix, the benefits multiply. Templating enables individual users to create on-brand content quickly while freeing up time within the creative department to work on larger tasks. With this, 68% of teams reported faster time to market, while 100% stated that they achieved stronger brand consistency. By integrating their DAM with productivity tools, organizations are building those seamless workflows that really improve collaboration. They're also driving significant cost savings, with up to 80% of teams reporting that they're actually saving money with these two integrations alone. Another way that organizations are seeing faster ROI is by adding more users to their DAM. In fact, 60% of those that expanded their DAM organization-wide reported achieving ROI within that 6 months. Expanding a DAM system to more users across more departments delivers clear, measurable results. As more people have easy access to assets, ensuring everyone is able to spend less time searching for assets and more time on strategic work that moves the needle. These enhancements are translating directly into financial savings, with 69% of organizations saying that introduce new users saying that they are saving money. This is especially true for those with dam packages that enable them to scale with unlimited free users as well as free admins. The final opportunity to improve ROI lies with artificial intelligence. AI has been incredibly helpful in getting teams up and running quickly, but reducing that burden of tagging all of their assets. Object, text, and color recognition helps to really give a strong baseline of metadata so that administrators can instead focus on adding those business-specific keywords and attributes. While default AI capabilities are already driving major efficiencies and significantly faster ROI, many are finding additional value in adding face recognition as well as video intelligence. Face recognition simplifies the tagging process, making it easier to quickly find assets that contain specific people. For teams managing large libraries, face recognition is an absolute game changer, really helping them to better organize and manage their assets. In fact, 100% of users that implemented face recognition say that they saw improvements in their asset management efficiency. Video intelligence automatically generates transcripts and identifies key elements like people, topics, and scenes within audio and video files. This feature is really helping teams to unlock the potential of their video content, with 80% of users reporting that they discovered new insights within their video that would have otherwise not been found. AI is both helping organizations get up and running quicker, as well as better leveraging their library and leveraging the assets that they do have. I wanted to share one last story with you from Ryan at Miami-Dade County, who uses face recognition to really help improve that asset retrieval process. Before implementing a dam, Miami-Dade County struggled with scattered photo assets stored across various servers, emails, platforms, which really made it challenging to locate specific images, especially those that were featuring, elected officials or other people. In 2018, they adopted a dam, and it completely transformed the way that they approach their photo assets. Face recognition has been a game changer for their team. Ryan shared an example of when he needed to find photos of a particular employee from a pool of 65,000 images. Normally, this task he estimated would have taken over 50 hours, but with face recognition, it took just 30 minutes to find all of those assets. The ability to identify people, even when they're in the background, has significantly boosted efficiency for the Miami-Dade team. If one thing is clear from the 2025 DAM Trends Report, it's this. DAM is not just about storing your assets. It's about driving real business value from those assets. Organizations that implement DAM not only streamline the workflows, but also see substantial business outcomes. Everything from enhanced collaboration and better asset utilization to stronger brand consistency and faster time to market. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, the role of DAM systems is becoming even more critical. Businesses that invest in advanced DAM solutions today are setting themselves up for that long-term success. All right, it looks like we do have a little bit of time for questions. So I am going to open that up and we can jump right in. All right, so first question, are there methods to potentially predict a return on investment before committing to a dam? Yeah, so I think Naomi's user story was actually a perfect example of that. So I think really understanding where you're at today. So taking the time, measuring how much time are you spending on those asset related tasks. So sharing assets, looking for assets, really understand what the state looks like today. And then that gives you a nice baseline. We also have an ROI calculator online on our website. If you want to find that, it allows you to just plug in numbers of, what are you spending today on existing solutions? How much time are you spending on each of those individual tasks? And it gives you a potential number for savings, and you can balance that with what the investment looks like in your potential dam. All right, and then one more question here. Do you know which teams generally find the biggest impact from a dam? This is a bit of a cop-out answer, and I'm going to call it depends. We will typically see dams really will start in either a creative department or a marketing department, and that's really who is typically managing the assets, like you're creating campaign assets, you're creating brand assets. In terms of who gets the most value out of it, that's where it becomes a little bit more blurry as you expand out to more departments. A lot of people will see leveraging it in the sales department. So giving that easy access to assets, making sure that they're always on brand when talking about Your organization, that's definitely one of the most common ones we see. IT departments also really enjoy DAM from the perspective of it's easier to manage than something like, an existing SharePoint solution where it really is that self-serve kind of access. But I mean, it really honestly depends on your team and your specific what you're looking to use your DAM for. Okay, let me just pull this up, see if there are a couple more questions. Will there be features like image search? We definitely have a very extensive roadmap for how we're looking to leverage AI in the future. We will be having, upcoming webinars where we'll talk about what our future roadmap looks like in 2025. So I encourage you to come there and learn more about what our AI features will look like in the future. We already have a DAM, but I don't believe it's utilized to its full capacity. How can MediaValet be integrated with Adobe and Asana? So for those specific integrations, I'm assuming for Adobe, it's Adobe Creative Cloud. We do have out-of-the-box integrations for both of those. So it is quite simple to get up and running with, Asana, it's a pretty plug-and-play solution. And then Adobe, we have an integration leveraging, it's called CI Hub. So it allows you to integrate with both your creative platforms, but then also has additional add-ons like you can connect with Google Drive as well. But those are the two that we do have out of the box integrations for. So it is quite simple to integrate with Adobe and Asana. And for those, again, it's really helpful in terms of if it's the creative team that's using Adobe, there's a potential where, your creative team can only work out of Adobe and they don't even need to have access to the DAM because they'll get access through Adobe. So it can really help improve efficiencies. And I find that the Adobe integration in particular really helps to get that buy-in from creative teams. Perfect. Okay, it looks like that is the end of our question. So thank you so much for joining the session and really helping me to kick off DAM Week. We have a ton of other amazing sessions to come this week covering customer stories, best practices, product updates, and more. We really look forward to having you join. So have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for coming.